just a reminder when it stings. When you're busy growing up, know that I'm right here. But everything is messed up.
It's a snowman.
Thank you, my love.
Turn this way.
It's a man. Look,
I know. He's wearing a chef hat.
it's Santa.
It's Santa and a snowman. All right, what's up, guys? Good morning. I am trying to get my latte art back. I used to be able to do latte art with like my little Breville machine, and now that I have like this nice big, like legit machine, the steam wand is like 10 times more powerful than it was in the Breville, and so I'm like over steaming the milk all the time. It takes like a third of the time to steam the milk that it used to take, so I'm just not used to it. So I am practicing, and you know, yesterday I did make a couple of like decent looking latte arts, but today we're filming and obviously the pressure has gotten to me. Now these are still gonna taste absolutely delicious. They just don't look cool.
The taste is what matters.
The taste is what matters.
Hey, buddy. Good morning. Hi.
Hello, little guy. Hello, little guy.
If you've ever heard of the snoo before, it's this fancy crib where it senses if the baby is crying and then slowly rocks it back to sleep over the course of a couple seconds or minutes. And the harder and louder a baby cries, the more aggressively the crib will rock itself back to sleep. It has a white machine, or like a white noise machine, on all night long, which is really nice. But the crib has also been really nice in itself because it really has been helping him sleep much longer. Even at only 9 weeks, he's got some big sleep stretches, which we're very excited about. The snoo is really only used until about 3 or 4 months old. It's just like a bassinet, so eventually he'll switch into a regular crib, but for now, I'll take all the extra sleep I can get.
Oh, see, I can already tell. I made my milk too hot.
Oh.
That's because that steam wand is just so freaking powerful. So I'm gonna get it dialed in, don't you guys worry. Here in the next like week or two, we'll be having some good looking latte art. But for now, I got the machine up and running. Everything is, you know, perfect with it.
And I'm just happy to be having daily lattes again.
Anyway, I think today we've got a handful of things we need to do. So first of all, if you guys remember last year when we were living in Terry, we were living in the Shelter Logic. And every time we would like shovel the deck and, you know, shovel out around, and I would snow blow, Allie or Brandon or I would get out and shovel the snow away from the Shelter Logic so that the snow didn't build up and cave the Shelter Logic in. Well, now that we're not living inside of Terry and the Shelter Logic, it has been getting neglected. And it's to the point where the snow on the sides has built up all the way to the roof of the Shelter Logic. And now when it snows, the snow is not sloughing off of the Shelter Logic, it's just kind of piling up and piling on top. And it's becoming really heavy and it's probably going to destroy it.
So the first order of business today is some very intense snow removal.
All right, well, I only had to be out here for about 3 or 4 minutes before I realized I could not even wear that coat right now. It is way too hot, but we do have little Leo man bundled up in his little Patagonia puffy. He's all warm and nice and toasty. He's probably too hot, honestly, for how sunny it is out here. We're gonna take turns holding Leo and then shoveling out the Shelter Logic. We really just have to get the stuff off the top of the Shelter Logic and then cut the iceberg on each side down a little bit so that the snow has somewhere to slough.
Why can't we just use a snowblower on each side?
Because look what happened when we got too close to the Shelter Logic with the snowblower.
Well, I can use a snowblower on each side.
Yeah, well, the door is easy to replace. One of the side pieces would be catastrophic.
All right, I'm gonna take the first shift, get in a little bit of a cardio workout for the day, let Trent supervise Leo, see how much of this I can get done. I bet you I can do my side faster than you can do your side.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
The one good thing is that it's nice and warm today, so the snow's super slushy. It's heavy, but at least it's soft. When I had to do this last year, I feel like every time I was doing it, it was negative degrees, and this was just an iceberg. So it was really compacted. It was like chipping away at ice dams and extremely slow moving. I'm already like halfway done. I've been doing this for 5 minutes, and my heart is pounding, getting in that workout, but it's going way faster than I was expecting, which is awesome. Trapping you in.
Simba! Everything the light touches is yours. Need to sleep.
Perfect.
All right, well, there's still a little bit of snow up there on top, but especially with how hot it is today. And I think over the next few days, it's supposed to be not necessarily hot, but sunny. And up here, even when it's below freezing, if the sun comes out, it can really start melting all the snow. So, especially the snow up here on top of the sun, on top of the shelter logic, will start to melt and it'll all slide off. The iceberg on each side of the shelter logic will also probably start to shrink a little bit. And we'll revisit this problem when it snows again. I don't think there's snow on the forecast for at least another like 9 or 10 days, so we've got some time. All right, well, I just quickly removed the fifth wheel hitch and the little small iceberg that was living in the bed of my truck. I got it shoveled out the best that I could. We need to go pick up some plywood for our next project, and so I need to have a flat bed that I can actually put plywood in. And I'm probably gonna need to take a tarp too, because this isn't gonna dry in time. We've got a couple more things to do. We gotta clear off the stairs. I desperately need to go in and go to the bathroom because all that moving around really shook things up. So I'm gonna head inside. I think Allie's gonna clear off the stairs. Then we're gonna start doing some measurements.
All right, the one thing that I regret after having built this house is that those stairs are pretty narrow. That deck in front of the sunroom is pretty narrow. So when you have big clunky snow boots on and when there's any type of snow built up, it gets even narrower. It's a little scary. So if you're gonna build yourself some deck stairs and you live in a place with snow, make them 3 treads wide or deep instead of just 2. We are trying to learn from our mistakes and build things where we won't regret any of the outcomes, which brings us to what we're doing right now.
All right, so I'm just trying to get some measurements here so that I can figure out exactly how big this rough opening is. Then we're gonna make a cabinet.
I know what you're all thinking, and yes, this is gonna be my new office.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a toe kick here for the cabinet. And that toe kick is going to be a little bit different than a normal toe kick. So usually a toe kick is like 3.5 inches off the ground. We have our baseboard that's like, I think these are 5.5. And basically I'm just gonna cut a piece of toe kick that's like the size of the baseboard, run it over and make a box, and then the cabinet's gonna sit on top of that. So our cabinet will actually be built on top of the baseboard and then our toe kick. The reason for that is we have a heater duct right here for the air conditioning and the heating, and it basically has to pressurize underneath the cabinet, and then we're gonna put a grate in the front of the cabinet that's gonna blow heat and it's gonna blow air conditioning out from underneath the cabinet. We put this duct exit really far away from the wall, which means this cabinet is gonna have to cover it completely. So this cabinet is gonna be so deep that I will probably be able to climb into it 5 times because it's gonna be so big it will hold 5 bodies.
So if it's not my office, it'll be all of our future children's bedroom.
It will be an enormous storage facility. We'll probably store our skis and everything in here if we wanted to.
Is this paint drips or is that moisture?
Those are paint drips. I'll point it out.
Who painted that?
Bryce.
I think it was me.
No, it was me.
Oh no.
All right, so I decided while Allie is feeding Leo right now, I'm gonna actually draw up and try and get an idea of exactly how the cabinets are going to look. And this is to the best of my artistic abilities. I've got the washer and the dryer here, and then the shape of the space that we're trying to fill in. As if you thought my artistic abilities couldn't get any worse. That's exactly what it's gonna look like. So we're gonna have the 2 tall doors here that open up to, you know, shelves, and then the broom closet, 2 upper cabinet doors that open up, and there's gonna be a big storage space up top, and then the same thing above the washer and dryer. So now that we have kind of an idea of how everything is gonna be built, I've gotta try to break it down and figure out exactly what pieces we need cut to what sizes, and we're gonna head down and pick up some plywood and hopefully build this thing. All right, we've got Leo loaded up in the car seat. We are ready to head into town. I've done all of the math, and in true Trent Allie fashion, there's probably a mistake in there somewhere, but we won't find it until we're done. And now we're gonna head on down to Home Depot. Gotta make a stop at the garbage. Gotta do some other stuff on the way.
Summertime out here.
It does feel like summertime.
Feels amazing.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
Usually when it gets this warm, all the snow gets kind of hard and like solidified, and then we'll have a big snowstorm on top of that, and then we have avalanches.
Yeah.
So it's probably not great for the snow conditions, but it does feel really nice compared to how cold it's been lately.
Tapping with my finger on the window. You keep pushing me away. I should let go. Messed up.
You got a list?
Got a list. It's pretty long.
Really?
I think we should be able to get everything before sundown.
You've been watching too much Yellowstone.
Would you be a rock if I'm a twister? Or a bed for her to be and while you kiss her? I know it's not just ordinary people who would sympathize. I know.
Sorry, I've been trying to get some food in my body so I don't pass out, but we're here.
Oh, hello. So we made it here to the Mountain Made Man shop where we're gonna cut some of this plywood to make these cabinets. And Matt has his dogs here today, Wallace and Frank, who is not our Frank, but just as cute. All right, bud. Right, bud.
All right, well, we just got here. We have our immense stack of plywood. So you're gonna take a lot of plywood to build these cabinets, and it feels like we're going overboard on it, but I just want them to be like built nice and structurally sound and not like flimsy and a piece of crap.
It's funny because when we were loading up the plywood just now, I was like, why does it have to be so thick? This is so intense. And he was like, this is what we use to make the cabinets in the van. And the van is super durable, and that's exactly what you want in a house, if not the other way around.
Well, and really it's just like time. Like we could use 1/2-inch plywood and build these cabinets, and that's fine, but like over time, they would probably look like they were built with crappy plywood.
We're about quality.
We're about
here.
quality.
Be honest, Trent, you just wanted a shop like this so you had a place to cut and buy all the tools ever made.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is my toy box down here. I just wanted a lift and a table saw, and however I had to do that. Now we've done it.
It looks just like a cabinet.
This is what all cabinets look like. Straight
from IKEA.
Straight from IKEA, yeah.
Straight from IKEA, exactly. Where's the cam locks?
What are you guys working on?
All sorts of things.
Yeah.
Finding out a wall to hopefully put up some wall boards, some
Cool,
groove, and
cool.
I've been I got the upper cabinet just finished.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I dashed my head in it like 3 times.
This is an OSHA approved. Instead of a hard hat, you just put some foam on the things you keep hitting your head on.
No foam on it. I would call
Are
good.
we slanted?
No, you're just tripping out a little bit.
Looking really nice. Getting everything furring stripped out in here. Getting these upper cabinets put in. I love coming down here and like seeing all the progress. Normally, like, I'm fighting tooth and nail to make any progress, so when I show up and there's progress that's made, it just like makes me so happy.
Working really hard day and night. You can take all the credit. We don't care.
Looks really nice. Oh, that's not mounted. Well, it looks incredible. Somebody's gonna call this van home, and that's gonna be a very lucky individual, because this thing is gonna be probably the coolest van ever. I'm really excited to see it finished.
It is actually turning out so beautiful, and it makes me really want to go travel and live in a van again. I know this van probably isn't the right one to do that because there isn't a jump seat that we could mount a car seat in, but the Mercedes we haven't started building yet. And I think it would be really cool if we could put a jump seat in the back, put the car seat in the back, build out a really cool overlanding vehicle that we could all travel in.
That is not going over any land.
If you guys have any suggestions on whether we should build a weekend warrior or more of a family vehicle in the Sprinter, let us know in the comments. I would be super interested to hear what you guys want. Let me see. A 6x6? That's a dump truck.
No.
Matt, stop giving him these ideas.
This one.
Trent has been talking about everything but a van. He wants to build out a Unimog. He wants to build a truck camper. He's got all these great ideas that sound really cool, but just the maneuverability, the accessibility, the comforts of a van don't compare to any other vehicle. All I want, and really the best vehicle that I think that exists, is a van that you can access the cab and the living space at the same time. It's not too big that you can't take it into small little city streets, but you can still take it out into the desert or overlanding, maybe not as gnarly terrain as a Unimog, but it's the best of all worlds. A van is just everything you could ever need. I'm still working on convincing Trent, but my mission in life, in the very near future, is to build a really cool van for our entire family, for the dogs. Not a Unimog, but we'll see what happens.
All right, so we got all of our pieces of plywood cut into the respective sizes so that now I can build the cabinets. There's still a lot of work to do once I get this wood home, but at least I got all the wood. I got it cut all into the right shapes. Now we just gotta load everything back up into the truck and head back home.
Wrap it up.
See you later, love muffin.
Oh man, those guys are so much fun.
Look at that beautiful sunset.
That is beautiful.
That is just incredible. I should probably take my safety glasses off. Well, that was awesome. I'm glad that we have the availability to use the shop to get that stuff done, and we got to spend a little bit of time with Matt and Bryce, and they are plugging away on Pamela 2.0. That van's gonna be so awesome when it's done. I wish it was for us, but like, I'm just gonna be so excited for whoever gets to buy it.
We've got one more stop to make before we head home. We'll pick you guys up when we get there.
If you guys haven't figured out where we are right now, we are at Leslie and Russell's rental house, and we're right here in Leslie's bedroom and Russell's bedroom as well. And we're actually here to kind of turn over the house and throw sheets in the wash and wash towels and kind of do a little bit of tidying up because they're not going to be back for a little bit. And I'm sitting right down here on their Helix mattress, and I wanted to let you guys know today's video is sponsored by Helix.
Helix is a premium mattress in a box company that makes mattresses to fit your unique needs and preferences with a short online quiz that matches you with the perfect firmness for your body and offers a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. The best part is that Helix delivers right to your door, and it's super easy to set up.
Now, we are huge believers in Helix mattresses, and we've made my grandparents believers, we've made Allie's parents believers, we've even made Allie's brother a believer because there's a Helix mattress in the basement of this house that he slept on when he was here. Everybody absolutely loves these mattresses, including us, and you get these free pillows that come with the set, and the pillows are absolutely incredible. So if you guys are interested in checking out Helix mattresses, we highly recommend them. You guys can click the link in our description, or you can go to helixsleep.com/Trent Allie, and you can save up to $200 on a Helix mattress. Plus, you get 2 free pillows. So thanks again to Helix for sponsoring today's video. We're gonna finish turning down the house, and we're gonna head home. What's up, guys? Good morning. I'm making another attempt right here at some latte art. We're gonna see how this turns out. Really hoping it turns out nice, and not quite. Dang it! I'm having a little bit of trouble here with the latte art, okay? Frothing milk is just, I just remember it being a little bit easier, but I just keep over frothing it, and so I get like some really thick foam on top, and then there's probably some processes that I'm not doing properly. Maybe I should, watch a how-to video or something, but I feel like I could fine-tune it. I have a little bit better of a like rosette there where there's like little feathers on the sides. I don't know. Maybe in the next video I'll get it. But good morning. It's the next day. I'm having a cup of coffee. Allie took Leo to the doctor for a checkup, and they're gonna be back soon, and when they get back, we're gonna start putting together that cabinet. All right. Well, that's where that's gonna live eventually.
Okay.
So I've kind of got to work starting to put a bunch of the pocket holes in a lot of the pieces that are going to make up this cabinet. I built this base piece here. I need to test fit the actual bottom of the cabinet to make sure I mount this base in the correct location, but I made this little support that's going to help support the middle part of the shelf that's going to carry, half the weight of everything on the shelves. So I thought putting that directly to the ground is a good idea, and then I boxed it off so that just this area here is going to get heated and air conditioned air from the duct, and then there's going to be a grate on the front there that'll push it outwards.
Cool.
I'm a little tired. This is intense. I don't know what I'm doing, so
I find that hard to believe.
I'm just going to have to keep on winging it.
As far as all the trades in building a house go, this is the closest to building a van, and you're really good at that. So you've done this before.
Yeah, I mean, I can make it work. I got to make sure that I don't miss any key details and then have to redo something, because that could be a real pain in the butt. Let's just put it that way. So I'm doing my best here. I think this thing would quit falling over. I'd be really happy. Literally today is just going to be drilling a ton of pocket holes. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I kind of have to build this laying down. I don't know if there's enough space here. There probably is. There's probably just enough space. And then after it's built, we're going to have to pick it up, stand it up, move it into place, set it down, and then we can anchor it to the wall. Might have to have you move all this stuff.
I am also wondering why we have an ironing board.
Well, you see, honey.
I've never ironed any of your clothes ever.
Some men have shirts that need to be pressed. And there's occasions where I just look like a bum because my shirts aren't ironed.
Okay.
So that's why we have an ironing board, so that occasionally if I need to have an ironed shirt, I can not look like a bum.
I'll let you guys know if he ever uses the iron, because so far in our 5 years together, I've never seen that happen.
There's a lot of things you don't know.
So weird that we're both in t-shirts. It's super sunny and warm out, and there's a huge layer of snow on the deck.
Is that weird? Is it weird that we're out here enjoying? It's a nice, warm, sunny day and there's snow.
It's funny. It's ironic.
It is ironic.
I don't know if you guys can tell, Trent is a little grumpy today. Normally, when Trent or I
I'm
are
not
grumpy, it's because we're either tired or hungry or both.
Definitely hungry.
We're definitely both tired. That's just our constant state of life right now. But I also know that Trent is definitely hungry. So maybe I can try to fix a little bit of the hanger by giving him something to eat. If that doesn't fix it, you're on your own, buddy.
That's not true.
All right, my dear. Hope this helps.
Huh?
I hope this helps.
All right. I feel human again.
Good.
I still feel weak. It'll take a minute for the food to get into my veins, but I've got all 5 pieces in here. I tried to lay it out on the ground, and it's not gonna happen.
It's too small?
Yeah, the toilet would be in the way. So the reason that I was trying to build it laying down on the ground is because the pocket holes for the top piece and the bottom piece, I would like them to be on the bottom and on the top.
Okay.
So that inside the cabinet you don't see them and I don't have to cover them. But it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to build it on the ground and you're gonna see at least the holes in the bottom piece. And we're just gonna have to like put plugs in there. And maybe we'll put like a mat
Yeah.
on the floor, like some coin floor or something like that.
Okay.
But I guess now we just gotta build it.
Yay! This is the fun part. Food has not kicked in yet.
I just realized that I probably need to cut an access right here. In case the washer or something springs a leak, we want to be able to reach back and turn those
Oh, yes.
valves off or on.
Oh, at least you realized it now. It's okay.
The washer and dryer is kind of
Right next to it.
in the way a little bit. I want to put a jigsaw like into the washer and dryer.
I'll stand where you're standing and tell you if you're getting close.
That's a really good idea. That's exactly what I need.
Nice. This is Trent's favorite part. He is problem solving his way out of the conundrum that is the cabinet in a very tight space in our bathroom, trying to figure out how to build it in place and make it square and level and plumb and true. All things that he knows how to do, but take a little bit of creativity. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna let him kind of just think it through. This house is a disaster, and it seems like it just becomes a disaster without even realizing it. I clean it up, I turn around, and it's dirty all over again. So I'm gonna use this time to clean the kitchen while he installs this cabinet. All right, we got this cute boy up from his nap. He's changed, he's fed, he's got the hiccups, and I came downstairs to find a pretty huge transformation. Look at this. Dang, Trent. That looks so good.
It's just some nice boxes. Wonder if we should paint it first and then put the face frame on, or if we should put the face frame on and then paint it. Either way, I'm like mentally and physically exhausted. I feel like I didn't do anything.
You ready for snack number 2?
No, I'm ready for nap.
Nap number 1?
Nap, no snack.
I could definitely nap right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The past couple nights, Leo has been giving us 4-hour stretches of sleep, which is awesome. It's better than 2-hour stretches at a time, but it's still just not that solid 6 or 8 hours that we really are looking for. So both of us we're there. We're doing great. And he's getting there too. But progress is slow. And as Trent reminded me yesterday, progress with a baby is not linear, so we're just taking each day as it comes.
I'm happy with how it looks. I'm just tired. I've I've obviously built, you know, cabinets and vans and stuff like that, but it's like I've never really done built-ins in a house, and they're not really that much different. In fact, it's probably easier in most aspects. It's just like the mental obstacles and like hurdles that I'm going through to try and solve all of this stuff on top of like the physical work. It's just like draining me. I'm wiped. And now I gotta build the cabinet that goes above the washer and dryer. And so instead of doing that, I'm just sitting here and looking at it, which is okay.
He's talking about that, where the laundry detergents are, area is going to become its own cabinet. But I mean, I'd say for just a day and a half worth of work, with a small baby, we've been super productive. We've gotten so much done. We've managed to feed ourselves, eat healthy, drink water, and get a little bit of sleep. So, you know, most of our bases have been covered. If it takes a couple days longer to finish this cabinet, it's fine with me.
Don't eat that. Yeah, you're a good girl. We're gonna put you in this cupboard. Yeah. I'm happy with what we built today, and maybe in the next video, we'll get the other cabinet built and maybe build a face frame. Who knows?
Well guys, we had a pretty successful day. After we got done working and building the cabinets, I actually went into town and grabbed some ingredients. We're gonna be doing a little bit of baking tonight. That is a Victoria sponge in there. Got some buttercream being whipped up right here. We're gonna have a delicious dessert.
What does Victoria mean?
It's something with the Queen, I have no idea.
Okay.
British, I have no idea. Anybody from England or the UK or whatever knows why it's called Victoria, or
You're just guessing
maybe
it's British?
Oh no, I know it's British.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know why they call it Victoria. But anyway, Allie is over here. She is working away on this delicious garlic infused asparagus and some nice, excellently seasoned chicken thighs. Mwah.
I'm hungry.
So Allie's whipping up dinner, I'm whipping up dessert. We're about to chow down.
Oh, you have schmutz all over your
I got
chin.
schmutz. I've been eating the batter.
Trent.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure. We didn't get that much done, but we did get a lot done, I think. In the next video, we're gonna make more progress on the built-in shelves. But if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thanks again to Helix for sponsoring today's video. Click the link in our description to check them out.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
I bet you guys thought we were gonna let you go without showing you how delicious this food looked when it was finished. Dessert you're not gonna get to see, but we will put it on our Instagram. So if you guys don't follow us on Instagram, go over to @TrentAndAllie on Instagram and you guys can probably see it there. Oh wow. That's the best chicken I've ever eaten in my life.
I'll take it.